So what would you have done?
All right, so
what would Lopez have
like
done?
seriously, let's be serious here because they screwed this up.
Do we have to?
Well, we don't have to. But I think number one, I've got 5 things.
Oh, wow.
I've got 5 things that I would have done differently.
Oh, wow.
That's how bad it was.
Want to start with number 1?
You got 5?
Let's start with number 1 because it's
Came
the
in
most
with
important.
a PowerPoint?
I came in with a PowerPoint, Excel spreadsheet, the whole 9 yards. Because this is the most important thing, number 1.
Número 1.
Don't even announce that you're going to do this. That year and a half of buildup was destined to fall. I'm not going to say it's going to fail because I'm going to let fans decide on the uniforms. But when you build something up for a year and a half, sure, as a member of the media, I'm glad that they included us in the whole. Remember, even a year ago, they had us over there and talked about some of the ideas they had and all that stuff. That was cool, but don't do that. A year and a half of buildup is destined to build people up, and you know how this world is. Like they're going to have very high expectations.
So no build up.
Keep us out of the loop.
Okay.
I would prefer. I'm glad you did, but oh well. Number 2.
Número 2.
You got to, before you even start doing these uniform redesigns, you got to make sure that all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed on the things that you really want.
Did you see that Texans graphic with the Reds?
Yes. They were badass. They were badass.
Did you see it, Figgy?
Yeah.
Of course I saw it.
Yeah.
Bro, at Texans on Twitter. I tweeted it out yesterday. He put this out based on these?
Yeah. And so here's why all the I's need to be dotted and the T's need to be crossed. Because if you're going to solicit input from media and fans on the down low.
Yeah, the candy paint pants.
Yeah, they were badass.
Candy, like the red helmet, which should have been the case to begin with.
If you're going to just solicit
So you
input,
don't think everything was dotted?
No, and let me explain.
This just keeps getting worse and worse.
Let me explain. Some fans wanted, now this is out there, so I'm not trying to I'm being very careful here, but some fans like the traditional look. Some fans were very adamant about the H-Town blue. Some wanted a whole total redesign. Some wanted hints of what they were already.
Right.
You better make sure you can pull these things off and you have the approval of the league.
I don't think you're going to be able to satisfy everyone when it comes to uniforms.
No,
either.
you're not.
There's going to be disagreements.
But if you have certain things that you want and fans want, don't leave it to Amy Adams Strunk or the NFL. You better have that all figured out before you even start.
Part of me actually wonders, if we're being honest, like if I was just looking at this whole process, part of me wonders.
Like maybe they did? That's what I was wondering.
No, like part of me wonders if talking too much and gassing it up kind of maybe made Amy Adams care more than potentially she would have had you not built it up. I think whenever you see the quotes and it's like, oh, they're going to look at the blue or they're going to look at the blue. I don't know that Amy Adams would have cared as much, but you're basically giving her a warning sign.
That's why I go back to
And that's why she burned those throwbacks out to begin with.
Yes, and that's why I go back to number 1. You had a year and a half of this. Don't do that. Keep it in the house. And then, number 2, make sure you go to the NFL and you get their approval on what you want to do before Amy Adams can even, rear her head from her cave or whatever. The NFL already said we can do this. Sorry, Amy. Whatever. Number 3.
Número 3.
Don't do this nonsense of you can't say anything, but we're going to give you a sneak. Here's what you should have done. About a week at most, maybe a few days before the official reveal, just leak some information to like a handful of trusted media. Just leak it. So then those national people can kind of build up, oh, wow, Texans new uniforms, I understand, or, I'm reporting that it's going to be this, and this. And then you actually build up the energy and the vibe. Number 4.
Número 4.
For God's sakes, use players if you're going to use them as models. For God's sakes. Like that looked like 2 totally different uniforms that were revealed yesterday.
Or at least make them wear the uniform how you have to wear it on the NFL field, not wearing tube socks and a Abercrombie and Fitch choker.
Yes.
Number 5.
This is another very key one. Make sure the big reveal has regular fans there. Not cynical media, not cynical fan whatever they call it.
It's a good self-evaluation on your part.
Because, do it. Here's what I would have done. Just have a free event like you did at the draft at Miller Outdoor Theater where fans that, by and large, just watch games on TV, real fans, the tough middle class can show up because they would go nuts. They would go nuts. They wouldn't be cynical about it. They wouldn't do anything. You have 8,000 people at Miller Outdoor Theater. Here comes C.J. Stroud in one uniform. Dude. Here comes whatever.
We're going to rip Miller Outdoor Theater to unveil uniforms?
Yes, because then you have the optics of fans cheering and like they did at the draft. And here comes in one uniform C.J. Stroud.
That was draft.
I know, but this
wasn't a uniform unveil. What a uniform reveal?
A uniform reveal for regular fans.
You're saying you want less hype and then you want to have a damn Zoolander fashion show?
At the end.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it absolutely makes sense. Because what you're getting is you're getting people that can't afford to go to a game invited there like the draft, and they'd be going nuts.
To see uniforms?
Yes. Look at what it's doing today. I told
you his idea might be worse.
No. This is better.
I told you.
This is absolutely better.
I don't know about this.
Yeah. Oh, fans they'd be driving in from all over.
You lost it.
They'd
driving in from all over
to watch the uniform reveal. Yes, music, entertainers, all that stuff.
Lord,
yes. They should have hired me.
No,
they should have hired me.
They should have hired D-Texans at D-Texans on Twitter, and he could have done it in 20 minutes.
Well, the actual uniform. I'm talking about the reveal and how you planned it.
No.
Come on, I'm right.
No. You have one more?
No, that's it. 5.
That's 5? Mm-hmm. So reset them one more time for the people. Is the Lopez plan any better? Lay out the 5.
It is absolutely better. Don't waste a year and a half building this thing up, number 1. That was a big mistake. Number 2, make sure you can get what you want on the uniforms before you even start planning them. Don't let Amy Adams or anybody else go to the NFL, get all the I's dotted and the T's crossed. Number 3, leak the information only a few days before the big reveal to a handful of trusted media who clearly will be all about it. For God's sake, number 4, don't use models that you got in the Ross parking lot to use actual players, pictures they're going to use. And number 5, the big reveal, get regular people out there that is a target-rich environment, fans that are going to be excited about it no matter what. The bottom line, I don't know who put this thing together. I'll say it again, they screwed the pooch.
John Lopez, the plan for the execution.